Hey, what is up guys? Kate's here. So, Apple, I'm starting to get impressed by you guys here lately. So first, the modular Mac Pro that people have been asking for the past 5 years now. Shameless plug, but I have a YouTube video all about it if you want to check that out. So anyways, I can tell that Apple has really been putting in work over there at their donut building headquarters. So if you want to talk about the current generation iPad Pro, well, you probably say that it's great. Its A12X Bionic ARM chip is super fast and snappy. Its 120 Hz display is smooth and seamless. And for artists and designers, it really does have the best touchpen tracking in the business. Well, all of those things are true, but what about the software? What about the OS? Well, I mean, it's better than iOS, but it's no competition against macOS. All iPads, the iPad Pro specifically, is really held back from its OS. And Apple markets its iPad Pro line to be a laptop replacement. There's no mouse support nor fully featured apps like Final Cut Pro or even Pages compared to macOS. So along iOS 13 dropping this fall, Apple is introducing iPadOS, and it directly addresses so many of those complaints and the features that it really has been lacking that has held back its iPads from being used to their full potential. So let's break it down. The big multitasking improvements. You can now have two apps opened up, side by side on your screen. And seriously, I can't believe they haven't stole this from Android yet. This is huge. I can't tell you how many times I'm watching YouTube on my iPad and I have to pause a video just to send a text. So for productivity, the options are, endless. You can take notes in Pages while you're watching a video. You can sketch with your iPad pencil and have your drawing on the same screen. And so all this has like a memory, like RAM, where it's all saved and memorized. So you can go back to different apps and switch out one half of your screen, all pretty seamless without having to return back to your home screen. And then we have these widgets that they've placed right on your home screen, and it actually does kind of make sense. Now these are the same widgets that are on the left side of your iPhone, but you can now pin them alongside the rest of your icons. And I really think this can open up a lot of opportunities for one-touch features. It's an easy thing to glance at right quick if you want to know the time or the weather or your calendar. So instead of having to scroll back past your home screen, I think this is actually a good idea. Another big thing here, you can now plug in flash drives to your iPad and offload that data, straight onto your iPad and vice versa. This only took a couple years for this feature to finally arrive, but we're living in it now. One of my personal complaints on the iPad is just the lack of files and management. I mean, I love to stay organized. I have multiple files of folders in folders in folders. But that's never been an option like it has on laptops and Windows. So with iPadOS, the Files app has this column view with folders, and it's a real sense of organization that satisfies me and reminds me of, Finders on macOS where you can copy, paste, compress files into zip folders. So file management will be much more easier here. I almost forgot about this one. Probably one of my personal favorites is full desktop browsing. So since forever, websites have treated Safari on the iPad just like Safari on the iPhone, like any other mobile browser. You can now have full desktop class websites on Safari. But I do wonder if Apple's going to reserve that for Safari, or is this feature going to be available for Chrome or Firefox? I use Firefox Focus on my iPad whenever I'm watching Twitch or YouTube, just for its really good ad blocker, and one of the only browsers capable of blocking Twitch ads, because those will get ya. So with iPadOS coming this fall, the iPad kind of does sound more like a computer replacement that Apple has always been marketing. Of course, that answer does come down to what you do on your computer. The day Apple decides to put an RTX 2080 Ti into one of these iPads is the day I may truly consider that laptop replacement quote Apple has been marketing. But if you mainly use a laptop to watch videos or browse the web or play apps, well, the answer might actually be yes.